there! I moved out of Bubba's apartment because he refused to share his skincare routine, and I'm currently rooming with Ace. We were playing Go Fish when he asked me for... I'm bad at basically every single killer besides twins, so I had the bright idea to do some sort of informative video where I break down all their powers into different playstyles to show their strengths and weaknesses. The killers with more complicated kits will repeat in multiple categories. Also, I played all of them without perks or add-ons to show their base power. The Territorial killers include Trapper, Hag, Demogorgon, and Skull Merchant. When I say Territorial, I mean they can place something around generators, or other objectives. Those being bear traps, portals, hag traps, and drones. Traps block off areas, creating a sort of dead zone around this area. Demogorgon portals are more for map traversal, but can give information if you channel the abyss. The hag traps are most often set up in a sort of web, so the traps are put in areas with heavy foot traffic in her designated territory. Anything that resembles a loop or an area that might connect two loops would likely be trapped, along with generators and hooks. Lastly, drones cover a specific area that is indicated by the lights on the ground. If you're detected by the drone, then it activates and the Skull Merchant is able to see you with her radar. If you stay in it for too long, then you become exposed. The tracking killers include Legion, Doctor, Skull Merchant, and Knight. All of these characters have a power that are able to find you if you're hidden in some way. Knight's guards have a radius where they spot you if you're within line of sight. Skull Merchant is able to track anyone who has deactivated a drone, which gives you a claw trap, or anyone within the radius of one of her activated drones. Doctor is able to make anyone within his terror radius scream using a static blast power, which also reveals their location, and Legion is able to track people who can hear his terror radius while in feral frenzy after hitting a survivor.
It's the dream.
Oh! I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am. I'm fast as fuck, boy. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
As the title would suggest, these are all the killers that can injure you from afar. I'm not good at any of them, this is just a showcase of their range. There are two killers in the game whose power focuses solely around anti-heal or keeping everyone injured. Once you're fully infected by the plague, you become broken until you cleanse, and anything or anyone you touch also becomes infected. Legion is able to frenzy, where he can injure multiple people in a row, forcing them into deep wound, but he's not able to down them while in feral frenzy, or until you get the 5th hit. Map traversal characters are able to get from one side of the map to the other in a relatively short amount of time. This includes Dredge, who's able to teleport between all the lockers of the map, Freddy, who's able to teleport to any unfinished generator regardless of where he is, Nurse, who's just able to teleport at any point, Sadako, who's able to teleport to TVs that often spawn near generators, condemning anyone nearby, and Dema, he can teleport between any two portals he's placed. Insta-down characters are pretty self-explanatory. Using their power, they're able to essentially skip a health state by downing you even when you're uninjured. Skull Merchant can do this once you're in her drone's radius for too long. Ghostface and Myers are able to stalk you until you become one hit. Bubba, Billy, and Oni are all able to use their M2 ability, Chainsaws and Demon Rush, to knock you down. Map control characters are able to alter the match map-wide. The Dredge is able to activate Nightfall, which darkens the map and decreases the cooldowns of his power, as well as making him undetectable. Pinhead passively comes with Chain Hunts, which, if the box isn't solved, will inconvenience everyone on the map until the box is solved, or until there's one survivor left. Stealth killers are killers that are able to become undetectable using their base power. I'm excluding Skull Merchant and Dredge from the list because they don't count. This list includes Ghosty, Myers, Pig, Sadako, and Wraith, all of whom have advantages with sneaking up on survivors. These are all killers who have aspects of their power that draw survivors away from generators to varying degrees. They are often able to either buff the survivor or nerf the killer, including cleansing using Plague's Fountains, disarming a Skull Merchant drone, cleansing against Nemesis or Wesker, waking up from Freddy's Dream World, doing a gen with Pig, getting rid of a Pig Bear Trap, locking lockers against Dredge, disarming bear traps, wiping away Hag's phantasms, breaking Demo's portals, retrieving and returning a tape against Sadako, and solving Pinhead's box. Anti-loop killers are characters that have a power or an aspect of their power that actively gives them an advantage in chase. Plague is able to use Corrupt Vomit in order to hit over pallets and windows, as well as hitting from afar. Demo is able to use his Shred to quickly lunge forward and cover short distances. Wesker is able to throw survivors into walls and can vault windows and pallets quickly using his power. Freddy is able to place snares that slow survivors down. Dredge is able to leave a remnant that forces survivors into a 50-50 situation where you can likely force a hit. Pyramid Head is able to hit through walls. Pinhead is, in theory, able to hit people with chains. I'm just terrible at it. Same situation with Deathslinger. He is technically able to shoot people. I've just never seen it happen, so it might be a myth. Anti-loop! Artists can place birds at loops that injure survivors directly in front of them, and she can injure survivors through walls if they're swarmed with their birds. If a guard detects a survivor, they can chase together and often put the survivor in an impossible situation unless the survivor gets the flag. Spirit is able to essentially go invisible and appear near survivors, with them having to rely on audio cues to figure out where she is. Doctor is able to shock and stop a survivor from performing an action, vaulting, throwing a pallet, or using an item for a short amount of time, as well as increasing their madness level. I still don't know the timing for it. Clown can use pink bottles to slow down survivors, as well as yellow bottles that take a second to activate, but will speed up anyone who runs into its cloud.